I just got back from the movie Snowpiercer. So like that was one of the best movies I've ever seen in the movie theater. Like hands down. Like I remember the last time I felt like this after I walked in the movie theater. You know, this is how I judge if a movie was good or not. Like during the movie, you know, some movies are really exciting. You like on edge of your seat during the movie. You're like, oh, this is a good movie. Like with Captain Phillip. But after I walked out of the theater, I forgot it already because it didn't stick to my mind, right? So like this movie, in the last movie that I felt like this, was like completely mind blown. Like when I walked out of the theater, I was immobilized. It was like Drive. So like you know the really good movies, the way you walk out of the theater, you just know like what the fuck's going on, like what's real, you know, like the transition between, you know, the suspension of disbelief, the fantastical world of the movies, the dream world of the movies, and reality. It was like, you know, really slow. You walk out of the theater, you're like, you know, how the fuck did they do that to me, you know? So like that movie, I felt like this, you know, after the movie, and I still kind of, you know, trying to figure, like, I mean, when I first saw Shawshank Redemption, I feel like that for the whole week. Yeah, it was one of the only movie with so much action that I actually felt like gave it just as much like thought and theory and ideas in that movie, as much of it as action. That's the first movie I've ever seen that where the action and the ideas are both so heavily like, you know, counterbalanced. That's still, I think, one of the best movies ever. But everyone agrees, you know? So like, yeah, so this movie, I don't know if it was a Korean movie made in Hollywood or a Hollywood movie who just hired a Korean director. But either way, you know, I went into the movie theater with the mindset of this being a Hollywood movie, and I was like, damn, he takes the Asian director who the totally different perception to make a really original movie. But I think it was based on a book. Now I looked it up, but I don't know. But anyways, it was just unique the way it was shot, and the story was just unique. And then it's called Snowpiercer because it was about a train. It's like the last. It's like the whole world is on the train because the world is like. The global warming happened, and then they try to, like, you know, make the world like colder, but they went completely, you know, bizarre. Like it didn't work, so the whole world, it was like covered in ice. But this one train worked, and everyone in the world lived on the one train for like 30 or 40 years, right? And they got the whole like civilization going on there, and it's just like there's a lot of stuff going on in there that they talked about. You know, it's basically based on Marxism and you know, the revulsion of the workers and stuff like that. But there's a lot more to it than that. But basically that's what it was about. I'm not talking about the, you know, the you know, social class like within that. Pretty much the train represents, you know, the world, how, you know the class struggle and shit like that. But anyway, so they must be able to call that a mind piercer or brain piercer, because when the train was going, you know, was driving, and then the protagonist went from the last, you know, the tail of the train to the first one, and then I was like, holy shit, you know, it went pretty deep. And then when he got to the first train, I was like, shit, it's stuck, man, it's stuck in my medulla or something. It's stuck on my, you know, my subconscious, the last level. But then like I feel like it could have went further. Okay, spoilers. I feel like, okay, spoilers right here. Okay, ready? Okay. So I felt like the movie, like if maybe like there was like the engine when he stopped at the last train, the engine, I feel like maybe what if like it's like 2001 Space Odyssey, where, you know, whatever is controlling this whole train, it's like a fucking machine. That'd be pretty cool. Or like if they went out of the train and they didn't, that reality isn't really real, or like whatever you looked out the window is like, you know, there's just screens. Maybe everything they was seeing out the window, they thought was like the world. They're trying to go, you know, go out into the world, you know, after they blow up the train. What if what they saw was just a screen, you know? But that would be too much like the mainstream. So that's just me, because I like to fuck around with the, you know, the layer thing. But maybe, you know, it was a good movie in it there. But anyway, so go see that movie.